Right, good afternoon. I'm Neil Baldock from Charles David Casson, and with me I've got one of my fantastic portfolio managers, Jasmine. And we've just had some breaking news in regarding the eviction process and length of notice periods for Section 21s. So, Jasmine, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, of course. The Ministry of Housing have just announced that as of the 1st of June this year, the Section 21 notices are going down to 4 month notice periods. So, obviously, the original Section 21 notices were 2 months. That, due to the pandemic, was extended to 6 months' notice. But now, as of the 1st of June, it's going down to 4 months. So, some great news for the industry.
Okay, cool. So the idea behind it is that the government are sort of putting a roadmap in out of lockdown and out of this pandemic, and they're still trying to give tenants some protection, which is obviously a good thing. But it has been a little bit weighted in the tenants' favour and a problem for some landlords who genuinely need to get possession of their property back. So, like you say, it's a positive thing, but it's a positive thing for both parties because tenants still have that extra protection, but it's becoming a little bit fairer for the landlord as well. So 4 months notice as of June, that's what landlords will have to serve on their tenant to get possession back. Now, I do think that as of the 1st of October, I believe, that's when the government are planning, if everything's okay with the pandemic by then, the 1st of October, they're actually going to revert it then back to the original 2 months notice. That's what we've heard, is it not?
Yeah, I believe that to be right as well. And I think it's great because they're starting to kind of roadmap for the industry. So I know they've created the roadmap for kind of the country as everything. But what I'm finding now is I feel like the property industry is now starting to get looked at more, which is fantastic for tenants and landlords alike. So I am more confident that we're looking to get closer to the 2 months notice period again. Because in this country, what I found and what I heard yesterday, I was on a Dutton Gregory webinar yesterday, got some fantastic kind of advice and information from there. What we've seen in England alone is Section 21 notices have only ever increased and they've never decreased. So this is a first for England for the Section 21 to ever actually reduce. So yeah, it's a first for the industry for England, which is fantastic.
Right, okay, well, so if landlords have any advice they need, then they can get in touch with us, can't they? Speak to myself or you or Danielle, our other portfolio manager, or anyone in our lettings team, and we'll be glad to advise. But I know this has been something that's been playing on a lot of landlords' minds when they're thinking about, well, we might want to sell the property, or we might need to move back into it ourselves. And the length of notice period has been a real problem for clients who genuinely want to get possession of their property back for themselves, not using it just to get a tenant out. They genuinely need to serve that notice, and it's prevented them from doing that. So, like you say, hopefully a positive step towards people being able to get possession of their property back, but also giving tenants that kind of comfort and safety blanket that they have got a reasonable notice period before they have to leave a house. So great. But anybody who needs any more information, just get in touch with the team on 01245 835859, and we'll be delighted to give you some advice.